When America sought to settle newly acquired Western land in the 1800s, the federal government encouraged construction of a transcontinental railroad. To incentivize private railroad companies to develop new infrastructure, Congress enacted the General Railroad Right-of-Way Act of 1875, which allowed railroad companies to acquire rights-of-way across government land. In Marvin M. Brandt Revocable Trust versus United States, the Supreme Court explored the characteristics of easements while classifying the property interests conveyed by those rights-of-way. In 1976, the government granted an 83-acre parcel of land in Wyoming to the Brandt family. The grant was subject to a right-of-way previously granted to a railroad company under the 1875 Act. But the grant didn't specify what would happen if the right-of-way was abandoned. After changing hands multiple times, the right-of-way crossing the Brandt's land ultimately came to be owned by the Wyoming and Colorado Railroad, which formally abandoned the right-of-way in 2004. In 2006, the government filed suit in federal district court against the railroad company and the landowners whose land was burdened by the right-of-way, seeking a declaration that the abandoned right-of-way was property of the United States. Marvin Brandt filed a counterclaim alleging that the right-of-way was merely an easement and that under property law, when the easement was abandoned, the Brandt family acquired full, unburdened title to their land. The district court granted summary judgment in favor of the government, holding that when conveying rights-of-way under the 1875 Act, the government intended for ownership of abandoned rights-of-way to revert back to the government. The 10th Circuit affirmed, and the United States Supreme Court granted cert.